My sister is getting married a week from tomorrow and I am making the wedding cake. So come along and join me as I do that. We're just old enough to be able to remember when people had 90s style, very fancy, over-the-top wedding cakes. And something that my sister's always said is, I just want a big fancy cake and a beautiful dress. And I've made cakes before. I made my other sister's wedding cake, but it was much smaller. But I'm actually really excited to like try to do this. I've always been a cake girl. I've always like been into like buttercream cakes and frosting, so let's do this. I need to go get ingredients. We're gonna go to Aldi because Aldi is supreme. And I've been calculating all day what ingredients I need. I've been like the girl on the math problems that's like, if you're converting a recipe for 8-inch cakes to 14-inch cakes and there'll be 3 layers, and how much frosting do you need to put on the inside and each frosting recipe. I need to make 19 recipes of frosting for the cakes, essentially. It's a lot of frosting and a lot of cakes. I don't think we need any produce. Peanut butter roux. Huh? It says creamy peanut butter roux. I think that's over here. Oh, Jesus. But do I need that much?
For what?
Okay, we'll eat it. I only need like 1 1/3 cups. Okay, I don't know, maybe only one. Oh. My inner Midwesterner is coming out full force right now. It says 2 5-pound bags. For all of them. That's what it says. That's what I calculated. I actually need more bags of sugar. Sugar? 3 bags of sugar. I feel like we might need more, but you know what? The store is close by. 3 ounces. That also doesn't sound like I did the calculation. 25 pounds of brown sugar.
6.
I have 7, 8. Yeah. Or Rachel wants ganache filling for the chocolate cakes. Do you semi-sweet or dark? Okay, I think I just wrote down like a pound to start. I actually don't know how much I'm gonna need, so I'm just gonna have 2 bags. It's 1.5 pounds. That's another one that's like filling only. That's so not going to be enough. Okay, now's the fun part. 23 pounds of butter. Okay, this is 8, right? 8 boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So each just some cholesterol freaks.
We need 7.5 cups of sour cream, milk and eggs. Yes, milk and heavy cream. And this, and that, and this, and that. 5 dozen eggs. What is this? 2 eggs per household. If I do, I'll buy 2. Grab a gallon of milk. Oh. Since when did we start having egg supply chain issues again? Buttermilk, eggs, sour cream, vanilla, purple food coloring. That's something I can't get here. Cocoa, peanut butter.
You need 1 gallon of milk, right?
Yes.
The other one's for the family. Wow.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yo.
Eggnog. What are you doing here?
I like eggnog.
I love eggnog.
Okay. I think that's it. Oh, excuse us. Butter.
Le butter.
Okay, I got some cake boards and some purple food coloring to make the frosting look more white. And I think that wraps up my errands for today. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. In the ag.
This is a really good cake batter.
It is really good. It's Ina Garten's fly cake. Welcome to Chaos Central. We've made this many cakes. We have a lot still to do. I haven't actually made any cakes myself. I've been doing like administrative things all morning because I didn't plan well enough. And I had to go buy another cake pan. I had to go home and get cooling racks. And now that it's afternoon, hopefully... I don't know. I didn't sift it. I think that's flour. Let me see. Yeah, that's flour. So there's your update. I don't think I'm going to be vlogging that much today because we're just making cakes. That's it. Get water. A teaspoon. I borrowed. We're gonna have these. Well, I was. It is now later. I had to go back to the store again, and I realized I didn't bring the jam that we're going to use to fill some of the layers. How many batches of frosting is this? 2. Okay, that's good. Made a wonderful discovery. You put hot water in the furnace. You have infinite hot water dipping your knife in. Thank you later. It's defrost that I have the fillings for.
Home with
It is.
someone.
It is.
Very much. Yep, I texted the chat and I was like,
It's day 2 of the cakening. We actually made a lot of cakes yesterday, and they're all in here. So we have the 14-inch cake is under there. It's the 12-inch, the 10-inch, the 8-inch, and the 6-inch. And then we baked 2 layers of chocolate cake and 1 layer of vanilla cake. So today we need to make 4 layers of chocolate cake and 2 layers of vanilla cake. Crumb coat them, frost, like fill them, and freeze them. And the second cake is filling out in there. We have a chocolate layer ready to go in the oven when the pan is available. And Juju is making another chocolate cake.
don't add anything about the things you're not. Trying to get cleaned up.
Would you like to do the honors?
Can I do one?
That is so satisfying.
Straight down. It's now Thursday and the cakening continues. We crumb coated and froze all of the cakes on Thursday. No, not Thursday. It's Thursday today. That's why I'm saying that. On Sunday and Saturday. And now it's Thursday. We're going to pull them out to thaw and start frosting them. Had the brilliant idea to pull the butter out to let it thaw overnight when we had church yesterday. So now it's not hard. The other day, this frosting recipe makes a tiny batch, so I tripled it, but I still don't know if it's going to be enough. If it's like going to cover this entire cake. So I will probably have to make like 1 or 2 more batches. Hey guys, time for an update. It's probably been a couple hours since I filmed last, and I have been on the struggle bus just about had a mentee beat over this cake. So the frosting recipe I'm using has melted chocolate in it, and this cake was frozen. So as soon as I put the frosting on the cake, it literally hardens into this like modeling clay consistency and will not spread. And then I had to make a little bit more. And when I was adding the chocolate, it hardened into little bits. So now there are little bits of chocolate, like hard chocolate, and it tears up the frosting when I try to spread it. So hopefully once this is completely chilled, it will look less like an art project and more like a cake. But yeah, so I moved on to the peanut butter chocolate cake. It's looking much better. It also has the same odd color marbling because some of it is cold and some of it is still like room temp. But I'm gonna try to pipe details on these cakes. We got giant couplers for the big piping tips. I've never had one of these before, so I'm very excited about it. And hopefully things start looking up from here because I'm very sick of touching frosting and I'm ready to be done.
Did you say six of butter was spread here?
Yep, 6 sticks. Say that 7 times fast.
Six.
Trader Joe's and pick up some food. Something I
want.
We could go to Portillo's.
I want Portillo's. I pay for Portillo's.
This is fantastic. I'm so glad we grabbed it. This shirt stuck to it. I've got it. I just need you to open the door. Do we have dinner plans? Ouch. We did a little piping action on here, but I didn't really have a lot of frosting, so that's that. I just ran to Trader Joe's to get some food for dinner, but we are about to start frosting the wedding cake. All of the sheet cakes are done, which I'm so relieved. And it was a good like trial run to figure out like the cake, the frosting. And I think I'm just gonna do plain frosting and then assemble it all and then add the details. So I'll probably just plain frost it today and then add all the details tomorrow. But we'll see, I might go crazy. Behold. fruit of my labors. I'm so ready to go home. Back tomorrow, we get to stack it and decorate it. So it's this one, this one, this one, that one, and that little one back there. It's gonna be a really tall cake. Good night. And we're back. Good morning. I'm exactly where I left you last night, right in front of the cakes. It's time for me to stack them. They're going on this cart, so I can push it over to the stage in the gym, and then it will be easier to transport. So I have to stack them right now, and then Becca's making frosting for me to do the piping details. This is gonna get really tall, really fast. In order to move the case onto the layers, I have brought a pizza peel because this is like it's a nice thin edge, and it will be really helpful to like get under the edge of these. There's a piece of cardboard connected to the cake, and then it's sitting also on top of this layer, and I need to separate them. And it was like really, really hard to do yesterday because I didn't have this. How easy was that? I definitely messed it up, but that's why you add piping details. However, I nailed the centering. It's like exactly in the right place, so that's great. I have to go wash my hands. Becca's made me some frosting, and I'm about to third layer on. Forgot to put the straws in here to stabilize it, so I just did that. Come on. Okay, this is the back. Alright. This weighs so much. It's crazy. I gotta say, these layers really aren't going anywhere. I just refrosted the top layer because it was like really crooked. It still is a bit like slanted because I think both of these are also slightly imperfect. I should have like had a level or something to check them with, but I didn't think about it. So I added some more frosting to the top, so that's now level. The frosting, it doesn't look great. This is the back. It looks way better from the front, as you can see. And then there will be piping covering a lot of it. And the frostings look especially bad right now because the new frosting is warm and the other frosting is cold, and they're different colors because of that. So hopefully it will look more cohesive as it cools. I got a step stool because it's getting pretty tall now. Like it's almost as tall as I am on the cart, and I still have to put 2 layers on top of it. So here goes nothing. It's like putting on a crown. The whole thing is like, it's a little bit off. It's really wobbly. Yikes. I will not be able to relax until this is safely moved. Like I know the guys who are gonna move it are like super capable and responsible and level-headed, but I'm still not gonna be relaxed until this is taken care of tomorrow morning. You can't even see this, can you? I think I'm gonna put actually an extra dollop of frosting on there. So I think I'm gonna do dots around this layer and this layer, and then shells on the middle and the top. Look, I picked up this handy contraption thing, which I think is gonna save my hands. I'm going to pipe like some little line work pictures, if I can, on this layer of the cake. I've never tried this before, so hopefully it turns out well. is helpful, but this is just not my forte. It doesn't look great up close, but I think from far away, like from here it looks okay. And nobody's gonna be getting that close to the cake. So.
I'm sure I just messed up, but if you need my help, I can give it. How'd you get this one so smooth?
I don't know. I didn't have to stack it on top of the others. That's probably actually it. Look good. It's gonna have little tulips and the monogram, and that's it.
Yeah. It'll look great. It looks great.
My hand is tired.
Oh yeah, finish up.
Well, not pipe, because these piping tips, like all squished, like little strings come out instead of shapes. Okay, time for an update. Up close, I feel like it looks a bit rough. The frosting, come on, focus. The frosting isn't blending as well as I'd hoped. But from far away, I think it looks pretty cohesive. We did the purple food coloring thing to try to get it more off-white, like that's how it would look otherwise, but honestly, I almost think that the ivory looks more white, oddly enough, because it's brighter. But yeah, up close, it's a little bit like, kind of questionable, but that's what we've got. And I don't have that much time left to finish working on it, so it is what it is. I'm gonna color a little bit of frosting and do a monogram on the second top layer. I'm really concerned about this thing getting moved. It's so much bigger than the last cake I made, and the base isn't that much bigger than the cake. And I'm just scared it's not gonna be easy enough to grab onto and move. These are so glued so shut. Cut this back. What happened? Pichu, can you go get me one more piping back? Thank you. You're welcome. Hi guys, it's been a few minutes. I cried and then we moved the cake because I had it on a cart and the cart was starting to bow in the middle and I didn't want to wake up to cake on the floor tomorrow. So now we know we can move it and I actually can reach it better. And yeah, I'm just gonna put a little bit more detail on there and then I think I'm actually gonna call it good. We're supposed to meet up, the bride crew are supposed to meet up for coffee in like a half hour and I still haven't like done my hair and makeup today, so I have to get going and be speedy. Okay, I'm coming to you from my phone. I don't know how much space I have on it. I think my battery on my camera needs replaced because even though it's plugged in, and it's been plugged in for hours, it won't turn on from like more than a second. So here's the cake. As you can see, I removed the blue because they're going to have this adorable little Dutch boy and girl kissing toddler, like so. and the blue totally clashed. I ended up doing, here I'll show you, ended up doing a different monogram as well. Now that I'm not in the heat, like the thick of it, my piping work looks better to me. And I was also able to smooth out some of the spots on the cake. And right now I'm playing around with the flowers. I also have a vase of like pink roses and some greenery that will be on the table to kind of tie in all the other pink details, because the bridesmaids' dresses are pink and all the flowers are pink and white. New angle on moss, nice. So these are going to kind of be piled up on the side.